You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. Usually it's John Tobacco sitting in this chair, but John Tobacco is a very lucky man for 4 reasons. One, while it's snowing and freezing rain here in New York City, he's in sunny Florida. 2, while Richard Bey is usually in sunny Florida, he's here in New York looking for his check, and John Tobacco's nowhere to be found. 3, instead of sitting next to me, he's sitting next to the lovely former First Lady of the state of Florida, Carole Crist. And most important, the 4th reason John is so lucky is that Carole Crist is no longer married to former Florida Governor, current Congressman Charlie Crist. John, how are you doing down there?
Frank, excellent intro. Thank you for all of that. I'm sorry to Richard Bey, but I know I made the deal. I owe him. We're going to get that big fat dinner. He's going to get the big fat check. But Carole, thanks for joining us. As Frank mentioned, you're the former First Lady of Florida. You have global reach in fundraising and all this stuff. But you're here in Miami with CLC Global Advisors. And this week it's arts, it's luxury. And you guys are holding an event down here to basically raise money for Puerto Rico. And there's still major problems going on in Puerto Rico.
Well, there's a lot of work to be done. Thank you, first of all, for having me. It's great to be here in sunny South Florida. It's always a joy to be here. But yes, I mean, it's really important what we do now. People come in from all over the world. It's a major, major art fair here. Super high-end luxury brands. Everybody's vying to entertain these fabulous people coming in from all over, but it's very serious about the art, the culture, and it's a celebration of all of that here. And there's so much to experience and see. But on Thursday night, we're doing an event called Rebuild Puerto Rico, and we're focusing on really raising awareness about the fabulous island that it is. I mean, we have, it's really to benefit El Yunque, the tropical rainforest, the only tropical rainforest in the United States, and the wildlife conservation and preservation of the wildlife. It's so important to pay attention to these things. But, you know, there's also tremendous economic opportunity in Puerto Rico for tourism, for development, economic development as an opportunity zone. And we really want to just, you know, really jumpstart this initiative to raise awareness and help.
So we had Tim Henschel on a little earlier today from HotelPlanet.com.
Sure.
He was talking about how rooms this week down here in Miami are like $800 a night. Florida and South Florida in particular are going to be ground zero for the 2020 election.
Sure.
We have one-party rule, Democrat, progressives, Cuomo, de Blasio up in New York, and people are leaving New York City in droves to come here to Florida. You think Trump's done some things that I think are very good for Puerto Rico so far.
Yes, he's certainly stepped in. Sure.
It seems to me like Miami and Florida in particular is doing a lot better economically since Trump is in office. Do you think his administration and the policies are a factor in Florida kind of getting better?
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, the confidence, the consumer confidence and everything we see, whether it's the stock market, whether what we see in housing prices, what we see in just the whole economic boom, like things that have been jump-started, I mean, really since he took office.
That's
and
right.
it's only, we've only seen more and more improvement, expansion, just all things moving in the right direction, in a positive direction. And that helps consumers. I mean, unemployment at the lowest rate in like, I don't know, 60 years or something. It's really quite extraordinary. And the state of Florida is just spectacular, wonderful place to live, work, and play.
Well, Donald Trump ran on jobs, jobs, jobs.
He sure did.
We have the lowest unemployment in, like you said, 60 years. We have the lowest African-American unemployment in history.
That's right.
Under George Bush and Barack Obama, household incomes increased over those 8 years by about $150 a year. Donald Trump household incomes in 2.5 years are up over $5,000.
People are feeling
plus
it,
the tax cuts. So, you know, as much as the loonies on the left-wing media want to keep telling us how Trump's economy isn't doing well, the numbers seem to say something different.
Of course they do, yes.
And you're here with a whole bunch of family offices, institutional investors, and they're here to look at art. They're here to see about all the great opportunity.
Invest, spend, explore, absolutely.
But one of the things Donald Trump has done in Puerto Rico is created these economic opportunity zones where businesses can go to Puerto Rico and do business off the island and get a lot of tax benefits. So
absolutely, to deploy capital there and build.
Thank you for always being there for Liquid Lunch.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. We're going to give you all the updates on what's happening at the CLC Global Advisors event on Thursday night, a little later in the week. And
John, I better see you here tomorrow. I'm not going to brave this cold by myself.
Fantastic.
All right, you're watching Liquid Lunch. We'll be back tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. I'm Frank Morano. It's been a real pleasure.